The Hells Angels Motorcycle Club is one of the most notorious biker clubs in the world, known for its strict rules and the strong loyalty demanded from its members. These rules not only dictate the daily activities and commitments of the members, but also maintain the club's internal structure and its secretive, exclusive nature. Let's take a look at 15 brutal Hell Angels rules that are mandatory. 15. No women members. Rule number 15 for the Hells Angels is that the club is only for men. Women cannot become full members. This means that only men are allowed to join and wear the club's special jacket with their logo. Women can still be around the club, often as friends or family members of the men, but they can't be official members who participate in all the club activities and meetings. It's like certain clubs or teams that have rules about who can join based on certain criteria. This rule keeps the membership of the club exclusive to men, as that's how the club has decided to define itself. 14. Prospect period. Rule number 14 for the Hells Angels is that new members go through a period called prospecting. This is similar to a trial period where they have to show that they can follow the club's rules and fit in with the group. During this time, they're not full members yet and have to do tasks to prove their loyalty and commitment to the club. It's like being a new kid at school who wants to join a club, and you have to show that you can be a good team player and friend. If they do well, they can become full members, which is like being officially part of the team. 13. Confidentiality. Rule number 13 for the Hells Angels is that members must keep club matters and information confidential and not share it with people outside the club. This rule is like having a secret clubhouse rule where what happens in the clubhouse stays in the clubhouse. Members are expected to be very careful about what they say to others who aren't part of the club. This helps keep the club's plans and activities safe and private. By not sharing information with outsiders, it ensures that the club stays strong and that their personal business does not get into the wrong hands or cause misunderstandings. It's about trusting each other to keep club secrets. 12. Club events. Priority. Rule number 12 for the Hells Angels is that going to club events, rides, and gatherings is a must for all members. This rule is like when your school has a field day or a special assembly, and it's important for everyone to be there. These events are times when the club members come together to ride their motorcycles, have fun, and make plans. It shows that they are united and strong as a group. By attending these events, members show their loyalty and commitment to the club. It's a way for everyone to connect, share experiences, and show that they are proud to be part of the Hells Angels. 11. Support fellow members. Rule number 11 for the Hells Angels is that members must support each other in times of need, both personally and within the club. This is like being part of a big team where everyone helps each other out. If a member is having a tough time or needs help with something, other members are expected to be there for them, just like good friends. This support can be anything from helping a member fix their motorcycle to being there for them if they are feeling sad or have a problem. It's about making sure everyone in the club feels looked after and that they're not alone, strengthening the bonds between members. 10. Respect the hierarchy. Rule number 10 for the Hells Angels is that members must respect the club's hierarchy and follow orders from higher-ranking members. This means that the club is organized like a team with a captain and other leaders who make important decisions. Just like in a classroom where students listen to their teacher, members of the Hells Angels need to listen to and follow the directions given by their leaders. This helps the club stay organized and make sure that everyone is working together properly. It's important for keeping things orderly and ensuring that all the members know what they are supposed to do during club activities and meetings. 9. Lifetime membership. Rule number 9 for the Hells Angels is that once you join the club, you are a member for life. This means that being part of the club isn't something you can just try out for a little while and then leave whenever you want. It's like making a promise that lasts forever. If someone decides to leave the club, they have to leave in a way that the club calls out bad, and this usually means they can't be friends with the members anymore. This rule is very serious and shows that being a Hells Angel is a big commitment, almost like being part of a family that you stay with forever. 8. No drugs rule. Rule number 8 for the Hells Angels is that members are not allowed to use drugs. Even though the club has been linked to drugs in the news, they officially have a rule against using them. This is like having a rule at school that says students shouldn't bring candy or gum to class. The reason for this rule in the club is to make sure members stay healthy and out of trouble with the law, as using drugs can lead to both health problems and legal issues. By having this rule, the club tries to keep its members safe and focused on being good members of the club. 7. Protect the club's image. Rule number 7 for the Hells Angels is that members must protect the club's image and handle problems within the club privately. This means that if members have disagreements or issues with each other, they should not talk about these problems with people outside the club. It's similar to having a rule in a family where you solve disagreements at home, rather than telling everyone at school or in the neighborhood about them. This rule helps keep the club strong, because it prevents outsiders from knowing about internal matters that could make the club look bad or weak. It's about staying united and dealing with things together as a group. 6. Harley-Davidson Loyalty. Rule number 6 for the Hells Angels is that members are expected to own and ride Harley-Davidson motorcycles. This rule is like having a special kind of tool or equipment that everyone in a club agrees to use because it's part of what makes the club special. Harley-Davidson bikes are very important to the Hells Angels because they help create a certain image and feeling that the club likes. Just like some music bands might all use the same type of guitar to get the right sound, Hells Angels use Harley-Davidsons to show who they are and to feel connected to each other as they ride together. 5. Wear the colors. Rule number 5 for the Hells Angels is that members must wear their club colors at all club functions. Club colors are a special vest or jacket that has the Hells Angels logo on it. This rule is like wearing a uniform at school or a jersey on a sports team. It shows that you belong to that group and you're proud to be part of it. When Hells Angels wear their colors, it helps them recognize each other and show unity as a club. It's important because it lets everyone know they are together and support each other, especially at big meetings or when they are riding their motorcycles. 4. Attend meetings. Rule number 4 for the Hells Angels is that all members must go to regular club meetings, which they call church. These meetings are very important because this is when members talk about what the club is doing, make plans, and solve any problems they might have. Just like in school, where you need to be present every day to learn and not miss out on anything, members have to attend these meetings unless they have a very good reason to miss one. This rule helps keep everyone in the loop and make sure that all members are involved and know what's going on in the club. 3. Exclusive membership. Rule number 3 for the Hells Angels says that once you become a member of their club, you cannot join any other motorcycle clubs or gangs. This rule is like being on one sports team and not being allowed to play for another team at the same time. The club wants all of its members to be loyal only to them and not to share their time or friendship with other groups. This helps the club stay strong because all the members are focused on supporting just their own group. It's a way to make sure that everyone is committed and faithful to the club and its members. 2. No cooperation with law enforcement. Rule number 2 for the Hells Angels is that members should never talk to the police or anyone else who enforces the law. This means that if a police officer asks them questions about the club or what they are doing, they are not supposed to answer. The club wants to keep their activities private, and they believe that talking to the police could cause problems for them and their friends in the club. This rule is very important to keep the trust between club members strong, because they all agree to follow the same rule of not talking to the police. 1. Full commitment required. Rule number 1 for the Hells Angels Motorcycle Club is that members must put the club first, above everything else in their lives. This means that the club is the most important thing to them, even more important than their jobs, their families, or any personal matters they might have. When the club needs them to do something, they need to do it, no matter what else is going on. This rule helps make sure that all the members are really dedicated and always there for each other and for the club. It's like being part of a team where everyone must always be ready to help out. So this was all about today's video. Do let us know your thoughts and comments. Please subscribe to The Luxury World. Thank you for watching.